live. Hello and welcome to another episode of Candlekeep Mysteries, the Sealed Pages of Verglas. We are the Rollers of Fate. Thank you for joining us. I am Mo, Dungeon Master 1, and Cisco, Dungeon Master 2. Normally jumps around who's 1 and 2, it doesn't really matter. But we're both Dungeon Masters here. Yes, and Kira. Well, there's a parrot around anyway.
Walking around, yeah.
Yep. And obviously, we can't do this without our amazing players. We have Andy, we have Ross, we have Luke, we have Lucky, and we have Joey. Mark will hopefully be joining us soon as well. Say hi, everybody.
Hello. Hi, everybody.
Good. How's everyone feeling today? There's a lot to kind of. What?
No.
You're gonna say something?
Good.
Yeah,
Good.
I had £400 car bill earlier on, so I'm not doing great.
Well, let's hopefully we can smooth that
power
out.
through the pain.
I'm ready to be
good as penis breath.
justly let out of jail.
Oh God. Well, we'll find out if that's gonna happen. Anyway,
Nothing wrong.
before we do that and jump into the game, let's jump into the announcements and kind of go from there. So, Cisco, please take it away.
Alrighty. Welcome, y'all. We are here on Twitch, on our YouTube channel, at Rollers of Fate D&D, where you will find all our previous episodes, like the Icon of Observation, our old campaign Dining in Barovia, or Hearts of War as well on Sundays. If you want to get in touch with us, please do so at rollersoffatednd@gmail.com. And we also have an Twitter channel at Fate D&D. Be aware of content warning. Also, thanks to Tessa Presents for the maps, Darren Curtis, and James Webster, as well as Tabletop Audio, and to all of you who are always here. And lastly, give us a follow, a like, if you haven't done it already, to help to get to our streams to as many people as possible, and we'll be forever grateful. Alrighty, and before I pass it back to Mo, now we're gonna be rolling for group inspiration. So, Luke, please, whenever you are ready. Drums. Ooh, okay. So the worst you can get is a 2. So you got it. Okay. Well, it could be.
I thought 1 is the worst they can get.
No, 1 is already a 2. Yeah, because the minimum inspiration is always 2.
So it's a 3, right?
No, it's always a. It's like 1 is a 2, and then 2 is a 2. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's just like if they roll 1, we give them 2 just to be nice.
A DM mercy.
Yeah.
I tried, guys. I tried.
Yeah. Sorry. I mean, you know what? Ross is here. We got full team. Maybe we should just give them one inspiration. As you really want to now. I feel guilty like I'm doing something. So please take a +1 this week as more requested. So
you'll probably need it.
Back to you, Mo. Yeah, you're gonna need it. That means
all going to be used for lock picking. Let's be honest.
Why did you say? Why does it sound like Ross being here is a handicap? Because Ross is here, we should get.
No, I mean it's amazing. We are celebrating his return.
Right.
So, yeah.
Oh,
don't try to twist my words.
All right, that's good. Let's do this. Okay, thank you. Thanks for the announcements. Thanks everything. And as always, thanks everyone at home joining us, watching. Please go grab a drink, grab a snack, get comfortable, and let us see what mysteries shall be revealed today. I am so ready with the music.
I'll make howling sounds.
It's hey, can you hear it? Yes.
Yes. On the stream?
Yeah, you should be able to.
Yeah.
Great! Alright. The aftermath of their harrowing journey left the caravan of chaos, affectionately dubbed the Cox, facing a stark reality. Ruin's confession of this pact with Vecna and his dangerous intentions weighed heavily on the party. Struggling with how to respond, they made the difficult decision to return to Candlekeep, seeking guidance and a path forward to save their friend from the growing darkness within him. Before they could leave the Far Realm, however, an unexpected figure appeared. Flair, a trusted ally from the past, stepped out of the chaos and joined their journey home return, but he brought a flicker of hope to the group, though the weight of their situation remained unchanged. As the party exited the far room and approached the cave's entrance, they braced themselves to face the aftermath of their battle with the undead horde. But instead of the battlefield littered with decaying corpses they found nothing. The bodies were gone. Alarmed, they expanded their search and discovered a chilling phenomenon. The undead that they fought were back in the village in which they had come from. These former villagers were eerily going about their lives, performing daily routine as though they were still alive. The Cox quickly realized the truth. The undead were in a flux, trapped between life and death. This unnatural existence was yet another sign of the Undying One's growing influence over Faerun. It became painfully clear that his power was bleeding into the world, and the party feared what further horrors his presence might bring. Worse still, Ruin's connection to him marked him as both a victim and a potential agent of the growing corruption. Once back at Candlekeep, the party decided to keep the hand of the Undying One a secret. They understood the artifact's incredible danger and feared what might happen if it fell into the wrong hands. However, the great readers of Candlekeep were not so easily deceived. Word of their possession of a dangerous artifact reached the authorities, prompting Bruce and Errol to take precautionary measures. The two left the stronghold to camp in the nearby woods, hoping to shield the party from further scrutiny. As the party slept, rumor's turmoil reached its breaking point. With the voice of Vecna, the Whispered One, gnawing at his mind, Ruin devised a desperate plan to retrieve the hand of the Undying One. Using a forbidden knowledge granted to him, he summoned the Bagman, a nightmarish aberration dwelling within the depths of the Bag of Holding. Ruin commanded the Bagman to bring him the artifact, and it obeyed, delivering the hand into his grasp. Ruin, consumed by his conviction that the hand's power could save Haki, prepared to make the ultimate sacrifice, his own hand. Sword in hand, he was moments away from severing it when in the room's window shattered. Wizards from Candlekeep, alerted to the artifact's presence and Ruin's intentions, stormed the room. They restrained Ruin, secured the hand, and whisked him away to the catacombs beneath the great library. Ruin now sits in the depths of the Candlekeep's prison, awaiting judgment. The caravan of Chaos, burdened with the guilt of their comrades' action and the weight of their shared history, turned to the first reader Wormbook and the great reader Alea Avonmore for counsel. The scholars offered the party a solution, a ritual that could cleanse Ruin from the Undying One's influence. However, the ritual is fraught with risk and might come at a high cost, both to the Ruin and to the party. Now the Cox face an agonizing decision. Do they abandon Ruin to his fate, severing their ties with him to protect the greater good? Or do they risk everything to save their friend, even as the shadow of the Undying One continues to loom over them? The path ahead is uncertain, fraught with moral dilemmas and potential sacrifices. The only certainty is that their next decision will shape not only their fate, but the fate of Faerun itself. The atmosphere within Candlekeep was suffocating, a blend of arcane tension and the lingering sense of betrayal. The soft glow of magical lanterns bathed the ancient stone halls in a dim, golden light, casting long shadows that seemed to reach to reach the caravan of Chaos as they moved through the corridors. The air was heavy with the scent of old parchment and ink, mingled with the faint, acrid tang of wards newly activated to contain the chaos that had followed them home. The sound of muffled, whispered, and hurried footsteps echoed through the halls as scholars and wizards exchanged nervous glances. They avoided the heroes, giving them wide berth, their curiosity tempered by the knowledge of the artifact that had nearly torn through the sense of the Candlekeep itself. In the depths below, Ruin sat imprisoned in the cold, unyielding catacombs, his fate uncertain. His actions weighted heavily on the party, each of them grappling with the consequence of his betrayal and the undeniable influence of the Undying One. The camera pans from this outskirts down towards the inn where you normally would shelter and have your own spaces. And we head into the common room where we see Ziggy sitting down. And Flair, you're also there. Just waiting and watching Ziggy as he goes through book after book, looking, seeking an answer of something. You're unsure, Flair, what he's looking for at this point, and you're just watching him desperately looking around. And then there is this one point where he looks at something, and it seems like he's made a discovery. There is the sight of, yes, this is it, but then scowl as he angrily grabs the book and throws it across the room, hitting the wall inside. And that's where I'll leave the scene and give it between the two of you.
Not useful then.
How much would we say Ziggy knows? Do I know
Yes.
what loot? Okay. So, think about this. There's only one way to destroy this item. Okay? So, however, it is based on a lot of different contingencies. One, we need to find another piece of this mutilated corpse fuck. Okay? We need to find his eye.
Alright, not tempting.
Okay. No, it's not tempting. We also need to find some fuck-off sword that apparently the eye in the hand made, because apparently it's a whole fucking thing. So, we need to make our lives exponentially harder, finding a one-of-a-kind weapon, finding the eye that matches this hand, and then putting the iron hand on somebody and then killing them with said sword. And guess what? Guess what the hand and eye does to somebody? Not only does it make them a raving lunatic evil maniac, but it gives them the power to destroy said sword. So it's very against itself.
Who the hell wrote that book? The guy who wants the hand and the eye.
Probably the calcium deficient fuck who made the hand. Okay?
Okay.
So, here's the issue. For me to destroy this hand, I not only have to find a magical sword, a magical eye, and then need to give it to some harmful fucking either make somebody I hate or want or needs to die exponentially stronger or kill an innocent life.
Yeah, I have a few problems with that. The first one would be why do we give it to somebody innocent? Put it on somebody you don't like and kill them. But that's hardly the point. Why do we have to destroy this in the first place? What's the motivation for destroying it? It can just go away. It can just go away. It doesn't have to be your problem.
This thing shouldn't stay on this mortal plane.
Also, Ziggy, based on what your studies and what you've been reading and things that you discovered, you've also, based on the experience that you've had on the past yourselves with the group, you think there's a possibility that these actually relics of such a power have use the same rules as dragons and other universes. So it could be that there is more than one of these items for whatever reason in this place, even though as there is echoes of items that could come from a different place, like a different planet itself, so that's
Sorry, is Ziggy sitting on the ground at the moment? Is that what we said, going through these books? Or
yeah.
Okay.
Basically, he's flinging them about, and so our chances to make our situation 100 times worse for a potential risk of good luck.
Okay. Flair will sit down beside you and he pulls out a little kind of half carved figurine and a knife, and he'll just start fiddling with it while he talks to you. Why is it that you want to destroy? This is not your responsibility. You've decided it's going to be, but it's not your responsibility. You can, if Candlekeep have it now, there's one more step that you've forgotten to include in this, which is presumably rob and then escape Candlekeep. Which doesn't sound as easy as it might otherwise.
This place isn't as safe as people think it is.
Well,
and
all the more reason that it should be on the list, escaping somewhere that is even less safe than you think it is.
Yeah, I don't...
But, really, I don't know why you have to involve yourself in this at all. It sounds like we need to distance ourselves from these things. If we...
Ruins are more of a magpie than a dragon most days. Once he's seen something, he'll want it.
Okay, so
he's gonna get himself killed, probably, trying to find this hand.
The solution to that is certainly not to make sure that it's always within 20 feet of him.
No, but if we can destroy it, it won't hurt people. Potentially.
I don't see how... Okay. I can appreciate the moral quandary, and I can see that this is you trying to do the right thing. But I think I've spent a drum total of 36 hours with this group, and let me tell you about the things that you would like to achieve so far as I've heard. You'd like to save this person that Ruin has just given up his entire existence to achieve. There is a Lamia somewhere that you told me to look out for. You also want to save this person. You want to destroy the scales. You want to defeat the Dragon Mother. And I feel like adding to this list is more than slightly ambitious.
I know. Even dealing with one fucking problem at a time stresses me out.
But you haven't got one problem. I mean, I know 5, and I've been here a day and a half. 5 major things. That's one each.
Yeah. It's not fun being a part of this group at Flair, I'll tell you that much. They're constantly dying. Literally, Ruin's got enough. If he dies one more time, he gets a free pie. You know that.
There is another conversation to be had there, as a whole group. Whether or not Ruin is involved in that, I don't know. I shouldn't have a say in that. I'm too new here, but you want to destroy this thing, which requires doing lots of incredibly complicated, difficult things, and ultimately raising the evil that can then destroy the means of its own destruction. What kind of dumbass prophecy book? What was this guy drinking when he wrote this?
Exactly. It's gonna be a whole situation of pure utter shit, and that gives this shit gives us a chance.
You are under
a very slim chance.
You're under contract to whatever extent it is with Candlekeep. Why can't they look after this thing so you needn't walk around with the world's greatest target on your back whilst you search out these other components?
It's whether they can be trusted with the item.
I think that they can be trusted on a person-to-person basis, numerically greater than this group can. All evidence points that way so far.
Last time we properly trusted them, we got shot into space.
Okay, did they do that on purpose, or were they just dumb?
Well, somebody disguised themselves as the most powerful mage in this building and got away with it for multiple hours, and then let an evil necromancer in, who then shot us into space. And nobody
I'm willing
noticed.
to bet that at least 2 people in this party could achieve half of that on their own. But okay, so you no longer trust this place because it's been breached, or 1 in 6 of you has already tried to activate this thing. So you are an 18.3% bad group minimum. Can you say the same of Candlekeep? Is their problematic element that great, or are they just tricked occasionally? Because if we're going down that road, so have you.
Your argument is sound, however, I've been awake for 17 hours.
That's not even a full day. What's wrong with you?
I like my sleep, and I'm not getting much. You see, Ziggy is shaking a lot.
It is 1 o'clock in the morning, 1:30.
We've been at this for a few hours. I wish I had time to argue.
Okay. As I said, I'm very new to this situation. I probably should not get a vote in what's going to happen anyway. I will help. I will keep you alive for as long as I possibly can. But this list of things that you'd like to do, you need to figure out which one you're going to do, because you're just running around in circles, finding the most dangerous thing in the room and banging your eye off it until you find something worse.
Yeah, no, I think we may have to either... I don't know what we're gonna do. It's either this worst case scenario of trying to find and make our lives so much harder, or hopefully Bruce and the others have something. Because they've been with the Great Reader for a while. They may be dead. They may be replaced with slug people. We don't know.
You do need to sleep. But I think you found the answers or all the answers that you will in this hole at the moment. I think some daylight might do you good too.
I don't need
starlight
answers.
Well, the book's over there now, so...
Yeah, it is. Right, we should deal with that firebolt on the book.
As you cast, oh, okay. I was gonna say, as you cast firebolt, nothing comes out. So,
right, we need to. I don't know.
If those are your answers, those are the answers. You don't have to like them; they just have to be true. And I guess if you're going to do it, it's not a unilateral decision. You need to figure out what you do here first with Ruin, and then the group needs to figure out if they want to pursue eyeballs, swords, and innocence.
Well, I now have the information, so I can tell them saving Ruin might be fucking pointless.
This sword would presumably be pretty devastating to other things too, so not entirely useless in other scenarios.
Well, I mean, I assume a sword of this majesty is quite fucking hard to come by, so we may just die trying to look at the thing.
Maybe, but might need a sword specialist.
Yeah, maybe.
Regardless, shall we see if anything more has become of the rest of the group? And if they are indeed slug people, whatever that is.
You're right, we should deal with them if they are. I'll pack a load of salt to dissolve them.
Okay, shifters' lifespans are not this great, we need to get a move on. Shall we get moving?
Yes, let me just pack some salt. And you'll see he takes out of his badge a load of old garlic and wooden stakes that he's had in his bag for ages and replaces it with a lot of different packets of salt. And then puts some in his pockets as pocket sand. Or pocket salt. But same thing.
Okay. I guess Flair will stick his stuff back in his pockets and he'll go with them.
Okay. As the two of you go back to your rooms and collect start collecting your same flare, you just pick up whatever you need to. Ziggy, you go back and you start packing your salt as well. You're exhausted, you're tired, and you're frustrated. And with this frustration, you look towards maybe a basin or bucket of water, drinking water. Or you can use it to cleanse your hands or whatever it is.
Salt water.
Salt water, sure. Yeah. It's cool to touch, especially in a very warm, night as well. Hey, Monk's
Hello,
here.
Mark.
Heyo.
Heyo.
Oh, the other Monk's gone. Oh, great. 1 second.
Only room for one Dutchman in this party.
Get him the fuck out of here.
If only you could fly, Mark.
I technically have never tried it, so I might be capable of it.
You don't know I can't fly, I've never
Technically
tried.
not wrong.
Wise words.
As you go back into your room, the salt water, you just need to kind of refresh yourself. So you instinctively just plunge your face into the water. The coolness of the water splashes onto your skin, and you feel it very refreshing. Instinctively, you close your eyes, but while your face is in the water, the camera pans of you in from the water, your face in there, just kind of bluish. And as you open your eyes, you realize the water has disappeared, and you even feel like you're floating yourself. 1 second.
Oh, fuck, I'm hallucinating again. Or I've fallen in.
Maybe.
Drowning. This is the last visions before he passes on.
Oh, fucking hell. Bryn's coming back as a corpse, y'all.
Actual undead, we can't heal him. Good luck.
Gonna bat that dead horse.
The ground beneath your feet disappeared, and you feel your body gently drift, floating weightlessly into an infinite abyss. The sensation of weightlessness lasted only a moment before your feet touch a surface. It's smooth and reflective, rippling outwards as your foot just touches. The surface shimmered like glass, mirroring the void above, creating a sense of profound emptiness. The air felt strangely thick, as if time itself had slowed down. You blink, thinking there may be something in your eye, or you're going to come out of whatever this is. And you try to comprehend what is happening. Your gaze falls downwards, where the ripple of your movement as you move spreads into a mesmerizing, concentrating circles, just rippling all the way around. But then you feel this peculiar sensation tugged at the back of your back, or just to your neck. A delicate, invisible, as you reach behind, thread pulling you backwards. You turn around, and your eyes widen as you see this thread, which is extended into your spine. It shimmers like silver filament, stretching into the distance, vanishing into the endless void. Do you follow?
I suppose so.
You begin to follow the thread, footsteps echoing in the vast expanse. As you walked, you noticed something remarkable. Coming into vision, suspended in the air around you, were countless versions of yourself. But they were slightly different, each of them. A little bit strange, a bit different, wearing something a little bit different. Some were a bit taller, others shorter. Some were a bit muscular, others maybe thinner. You saw, different hair variation, skin, shades of skin, eye alterations. Even one of them you seemed to be a woman. And they all suspended in an eternal loop, just there. Each one distinct, yet unmistakably, you know it's you. The threads, all of them, now you see, have kind of spread to many of these suspended versions of you. But they all lead back to you. Not to each other, just to you. Connecting them like a web of fate, a complex tapestry of possibilities. Surrounding you were potential selves, each of them reflecting choices you could have potentially made or have made. And existing of this grand weave of time. It was beautiful, but also a little disorientating. But then, among the vast multitude of them, something catches your eye. A single thread that stood apart from the others. It was thinner, fraying at the edge, and it was pulsed with a faint light. The thread tugged at him once more. You feel this tug again in the back of your neck. You know that following this one will lead you to somewhere. And you also feel this urgency behind this tug. What do you do?
I say, well, I guess I'm more important than all you fuckers. And then pull on so I can just continue on forward.
You follow through.
Yep.
Steps quickening a little bit to sort what is the source. The tug leads you to a version of yourself, lying prone on the reflective surface, crumpled into a heap. This version of you looked smaller, gaunt and broken. Once wearing probably vibrant colors were tattered, face pale and vacant. The thread between the two of you is thin and fragile, and the verge of snipping.
And let me guess, you're here to tell me I'm falling apart? Already aware of that, man. That's not what you're here for, right?
There's no hope. No one says nothing to you. It's just everything's just frozen, like all these different, and this one is frozen on the floor.
I think I'll just slowly start walking towards it and then say, I'm meant to be the hopeless one, okay? Out of all the versions of me people keep telling me about, I'm the one in shit. What's your problem?
No response. But you feel that tug again one more time, pulling you desperately this time. Closer.
Guess I'll just continue on forward.
You're standing right beside it now. Right next to it.
So just try and pick it up if it's on the floor still prone.
As you reach down and use your hand to lift this version of you, you begin to feel feelings that you would never feel for others, potentially. Sorrow and compassion fills you. It's strange looking at yourself in this way, feeling this way. And as your fingers just brush this lifeless figure in front of you, in an instant the air around you and it begin to crackle with a bit of energy. At that moment you touch the frail form, the world seemed to contract and the body in his arms spasm a little bit, coming to life with an agonizing scream and tore through the vast expanse. This version of you is gasped in his face, contorted with pain and terror as he twitches. And he says, "Please stop, please!" He begs. His voice begins to tremble a little bit. I don't want them to die. I don't want to watch. You don't know if he sees you or says anything to you. But
I think I'll just kind of take out the multi-realm candle and try and light it just so there's like light in this room, I suppose, and just say, wait, this is my own insecurities talking, isn't it? We're gonna keep them alive because they are causing too much issue for us. We're attached now. We're gonna do it. We're gonna keep them alive.
You see him looking somewhere else, following someone or something around. His eyes begin to kind of widen. And then when you light the candle, or the lit candle comes out, you look, and he looks directly at you. His focus changes and shifts towards you. Jen, just for that moment, you think, you're not sure, but he may see you and sense you, or something to that fact. And then, the body goes limp in your arms. The head tilts back, the hands slack, and you know that he is gone.
Wait, does that mean I'm...
You feel immediately begin having more feelings, this overwhelming of sadness crushing over you. The pain, loss unlike anything that you've ever known. A part of you has just died. And it was just not any other man, it was you. An existence that of you don't know from where or what, it just perished in your hand. And you lost, and now it's just lost. A tragedy. Irreversible. The body in your arms begins to disintegrate, turning into nothing but faint wisp of light, fading away into the void. But as it does, something incredible happens. The essence of that broken version begins to cling over you like a ghostly presence. A tethered soul unwilling to let go. Flashes of his memories begin to flood your mind. Images of a battle fought and lost. The brutal march of an orc army across the land of Toriel. The face of someone of your friend in this world. But in that world of ruthless half-orc leader, stained with the blood of his friends and comrades. As you look at Bruce, his memories of this version of you and what he was in that world. Your mind is reeled with intensity of his memories. He saw the devastation wrought by the orc forces, saw his four friends fall one by one, their screams echoing in their distance. He felt their crushing weight of defeat, the loss of everything he had fought to protect. It was as if he lived a lifetime of pain in an instant. You did. Your soul had been shattered and reforged through the fires of loss and sorrow. The weight of this memory buckles your knees. You almost fall to the ground. But then you feel a strong, warm hand touch your shoulder, pulling you back from this abyss. And when you turn around and come out of this thing, you see Flair there just pull your face out of the water. Flair, you waiting downstairs for a couple of minutes, come upstairs to see Ziggy, his face plunged into the water. So you wait. Must be a thing that he does. 3 minutes go by. 10 minutes go by. You begin to worry. And that's when you woke up and you touch his shoulder and he snaps out of this trance.
What the hell happened?
That's not the solution.
Sorry?
It'll be okay. You are a valued member of this group.
I'm the only one keeping us alive, you moron. What the hell are you talking about? We know it's shit.
Why was your head in a bucket of water?
Oh fuck! I must.
Nothing to be embarrassed about. I mean, it's been a tough day.
I must have fell asleep.
You should ask for help if you need help.
No.
I don't know what to do.
There's no fucking shrink good enough to help me. That wasn't what I was doing. I must have fell asleep.
Good.
Must just
Good.
fell
Yeah.
asleep in
A bucket of water.
in water
It happens all the
while
time.
stood up. I know. I had a weird vision just now.
Is this the you need to sleep slug people thing again?
No, the sludge people could be a very definite issue that isn't due to my lack of sleep. But something weird has gone on.
I think perhaps
should
when we were picking pairs to go and do things, it should have been somebody who knows how to deal with you. I think maybe I was a bad. Perhaps I was a bad choice.
We haven't had that person in the group yet.
Okay.
We need to. We need to go. We need to find everyone else.
Yep. How?
Good question. Ziggy will summon up the owl familiar and just say, "Go find the others," and just kind of throw him out of the window.
It flies out the window, and the camera follows the bird as you begin, both of you, exiting out of the inn and heading in towards the kind of great library, following the bird from site to site. And the bird does fly over and in towards the great library through a long kind of windowed bridge where we see Yagu walking across, and we see Bruce and Errol, the first reader, and the great reader, Alea Ivanmore, step out from a room, and you all converge at this point. We'll see what happens here, and then the other two, meaning Ziggy and Flair, will also join at this point as well. So the four of you, as you converge, the first reader sees you, Yagu. Oh, Yagu, you have everything okay?
Mark,
You're on mute, Mark.
You're just going to.
Sorry, yep.
His answer,
No worries.
and then
Oh yeah, I'm alright. Just said goodbye to Ruben, that's all.
Goodbye, huh? You see the first reader, look to the Herald and Bruce for a moment. Well, we have been discussing options. I'll let your friends let you know. Oh, look, here comes the others. And then you see Flair and I don't know if he's ever met Flair, actually. Has he ever met Flair?
Yeah.
Don't think.
Yeah.
Has he?
Yes.
Oh, the great reader.
First
Yeah,
reader.
because first reader. Yeah, because he you went to the office, right? Once already. I mean, he knows you are here because you were sent. He actually organized for you to be there in a way. He called for Gray.
Right.
and all that.
Yeah. That's
So
right.
he doesn't-
He's
he might have-
why I met the group in the first place. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
okay,
he
okay.
probably would.
Okay,
Maybe
fair
not
enough.
in very close basis, but yeah.
All right.
Cool.
You all converge in this kind of whole path. It's really late, so there's really no one else walking about.
Yep.
And so you're pretty free to talk.
So, perfect timing, actually. Me and Bruce are having a discussion with the great reader here and the first reader. Long story short, there's a couple different things that can be done about Ruin. One is we could try to cut off his connection with the Undying One. However, it's going to be a bit of risk with that method.
Okay, that is so much better than what I came up with, and you'll see Ziggy's his face is completely drenched.
You alright there, Ziggy? You're,
May have fell asleep in the puddle.
You know, you're a valuable member of the team.
No,
you
let's not start that shit.
Know.
Okay, let's not start that shit. I fell asleep while looking into a pool, that's all. My head went in, and then I woke up, it's fine. I just fell asleep.
Right.
And I'm wide awake now because of the water. Don't give me that
Alright,
look,
well,
Flair.
that's good. So,
Don't give me that look.
right.
oh, Bruce is giving out.
So-
He doesn't care.
So that is what we've come upon, is that we may be under the idea, or at least according to what we were told by the first reader, that Ruin is not entirely himself. And that this connection that he has is sort of painting his worldview a lot differently than how it would be if he wasn't under this connection.
Okay,
Supposedly.
that is so much better than what I had come across.
What are we going to do?
Every single piece of information I found suggests that the only way to destroy this hand is to find another item linked to this madman, find also a sword linked to this madman, use the sword on a person who has both these items on his person. Despite the fact that having both items on your person gives you the power to destroy said sword that can destroy said items.
We'll make that one a maybe then, shall we?
Yeah, how about let's not, because as Flair told me, that
Let's-
plan is shit.
I
Let's
totally
leave it
agree.
at the bottom of the list then. Yagu, any thoughts so far?
My thought so far is, where's the hand right now?
Yeah, I mean, I think Candlekeep has it.
We have it secured in a
It's
place.
not good enough.
Yeah, bring me to it. That's all that
Whatever.
matters right now.
Oh, he's in the vault. He's gonna take a second.
It is not.
The
it
other
is not
great
safe.
leader will say.
Whatever.
The vault's at the safest place you could ever store
mm,
something.
mm.
I know you.
There's no way that thing is safe. Whatever you've done,
Sure,
it needs to be
go on,
tripled.
go and
Well,
try to
well-
get on the vault.
Hold
to get
on,
it, but it is
Zig-
yours.
Hold
now.
on, all
Z-
right, everybody,
Ziggy.
let's just calm down here. Bruce, you talk to Ziggy real quick. Mark, or Yagu, what do you want with the hand? What's your thought process?
That
We
is
need to clear
my
that
same
before just
question.
demanding
Yes.
it.
Well, I think all of us can agree here that this is not the safest place for the hand, since we already know this place is compromised.
Yeah, you can all agree. The girl will say.
Look, we already.
So we need to find a better place. That's priority number one. Well, actually, priority number two. Priority number one is that it's under our supervision because, well, I'm the only persons we can trust.
Okay, so far from what I'm hearing in this conversation is there's not enough trust in the security of this place, therefore the only security is with us. But when me and Bruce tried to get rid of it, Ruin was able to get it off both of us.
Yeah, but Ruin is now not the problem anymore, and
He is still a problem because we have to figure out what to do with him.
I think we
Also,
should just.
Flair, you will know that Force Grey have a vault that they keep secure items and things like that. That is in a hidden location. People don't actually, no one really knows where the vault is. They say it's on some demi-plane somewhere, but no one actually knows.
I think we should just shelve the whole thing with the hand just now.
I agree.
We attempted to take it and tried to keep it safe. It's not ours anymore. Candlekeep now has it, and I look at the two readers like, and I don't think they're going to be returning it to us.
I mean, it is your possession. You may, if you want it back, but I must tell you now that that item is very dangerous. You may be right. It may not be secure in this place. But are you telling me that having it with you, Yagu, you will keep it more secured? Your friend almost gave in to it while it was in your party's possession.
I'm aware of that, but that friend is now kind of locked up and not an issue anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks
if
to
it's not
us,
an issue,
we
Yagu,
are
what does that
helping
mean
you.
exactly?
we are here to help.
It
We
means
want-
that
We want the same things.
I don't think Rune can be saved. Just down to his core, he's just evil.
I mean, I don't really know him, but the ritual works. If this is completed and the things are done, he will be fully free of the influence of the Lord of the Tower.
Yeah,
And
but
then
not
Tower.
from himself, which is the bigger issue.
I mean, I don't think a person should be punished to death for that. Each individual is themselves how they are. I mean, you can choose not to have him in your party, but I think you should give him a chance of a happy life, at least.
I think
All I'm
Yagu
saying is that if we let him go, he will just find another way.
I think Yagu is expressing the same concerns I have. Even if we do fulfill this ritual and break this pact that has been made with the Undying One, I'm still not convinced that Ruin is being influenced to the extent that you're saying he is. A lot of his actions line up with things he's done before. Every chance he's had to have power or grasp for power, even when it's come at a cost to those nearest him, he has reached for it almost every single time.
Well, why don't we work together in towards the kind of middle of a solution of this all? Perhaps we do complete this ritual. For us, and beneficial for the people of Faerun, is to make sure that this item does not connect with an individual. An individual would be Ruin, per se. If we break that tether, then we will be doing a good service to everyone, to all of Faerun. And at the same time, you may make a decision then, knowing that he is not being influenced in a way, and whatever decision you make after that, you may have a complete answer. If you wish to just give up on him now, then you'd never know if he would be able to redeem himself.
If you think that he is not, he's committed acts that make him liable for the law, for punishment, we will be the first ones to, once everything is completed, to take it to the high authorities, and if that's what he deserves, he will have a trial, and like everyone else, he will be punished if he's done things that he deserves punishment for. But so far, do you have anything that you could be blaming him for? I mean, just wanting power is like, you can't just ostracize someone for that, right? And you don't have to have him in your party anymore, but
Cisco and Mo, just speaking as a player real quick here, asking this question. The thing with the Paladins of Tyr, they did approach us at one point, right? Saying like, oh, we were talking about this village or something like that. Like, I remember we were talking to them at one point.
It was just part of the news that you heard.
Yeah.
But you didn't really speak to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. That was okay, because I was gonna say, well, at the very least, if we cut him off from the connection, that'll be one less link we have towards the Undying God, because our connection to him is through Ruin. So, at the very least, as the reader has mentioned, it would be a benefit of us to still do it. As far as
I actually sense something on you. You also are connected to this deity.
Right.
Yeah, we are kind of aware.
The reason why is because, as it turns out, we kind of unintentionally did him a favor. That's actually how we found the hand, and in getting it, we were all connected to him unintentionally, which is why Ruin is the main focal point of that connection, though. So,
but do you know how to break your own connection? What did you get from him?
We were not given a choice in the matter. We were doing another job further north, clearing out a cult, this Undying One, and then we heard a voice that said, I'm gifting you this boon," and then that was that. There was no choice in the matter.
Is the boon permanent? Does it have normally? Well, depends which kind of boons and from which god, but some boons end, and if you were to end the boon and fulfill the requirement, perhaps the connection might weaken.
I'm thinking the requirement is if we keep Ruin bonded to the Undying God. So we
just out of game. If you check your boons, actually it says on the boon when it ends. So that's what she's talking about.
What we were given was something called Charm of. It was something called Supernatural Gift or Charm of the Eldritch Eye. So you can cast Clairvoyance as an action without using a spell slot and requiring no material components. Once used 3 times, the charm vanishes.
So that's your answer. That's what
That's
she's
the
actually saying out of game, So you will know on game what the boon does because you are aware of that.
Yeah, Bruce explains, and also emphasizing this is just given. We were not given a choice in the matter.
What do you think? And she looks towards the Grey Reader. Do you agree with? I think Mo is busy now.
I think.
May I come with a practical point?
Of course.
As an outstand, and someone on the outside is removing a foothold for this want to be deity. Does not sound like a bad idea in terms of when we come across him next.
Agreed.
Agreed.
If nothing else, our lives are not made more complicated if he has one less piece on the board. What that means for Ruin, I don't know. They're like Errol. Like Errol says, there is a straight line between what he used to be and what he does. He's desperate.
I see, the Great Reader will say.
He's desperate, and desperate is not a crime, but it inspires bad decisions. He's desperate to save someone. It makes him feel like a good person and worth something, I think is what he said, which kind of means two things for you as his friends. He will make any decision, not a good decision or a bad decision, any decision to get that feeling back, from my experience.
My concern
Not
is
the person, the feeling, which also means none of you are making him feel this way, and this is why he holds on so tightly to the person who did. Maybe the other person didn't say half what Ruin believes. The more he thinks on it, the bigger it probably looks. But he's clearly not finding this elsewhere, and he's desperate. There is another angle to this.
I would like to know just what exactly does he mean he's willing to do the things we're not to save our friend. This friend of ours is someone I consider my brother. I knew him before I met anyone here.
He doesn't say, but from experience, it's bad things or it's self-sacrificial things. It could be either. It could be both. Maybe one and the same. But he seems to be under the impression he needs help. But he's not asking you for it.
Right.
That's what makes me think that he knows the things he's doing are not right.
And that's what's even more troubling, assuming that this goes smoothly and we cut off the connection. Even if we were just to, because let's be honest, we can't just kill him afterwards no matter what, because I owe him that much. Even if we were just to cut our losses and let him go, he used to say that he's not going to contact, I don't know, another god who's pissed off.
What you said. If you can provide us, the Great Reader lady will say, with proof that he has committed certain things that are punishable, we could take him to court and he will be trialed for it. I mean,
If it
you
comes
have to understand, we can't just imprison everyone who strives to. So it's just a very thin thing. I don't know the connection you have with him. I know you did come with him and you arrived here. Or after a few weeks, let's say, he appeared after your other friend was gone. The son of, and I think, I'm not saying you own anything to him, but if you want us to deal with him, we have to free him from this thing before we can take it properly. We can't really, if he's in this state, we are unsure how we can deal with it. We don't really have the means to get the means for this ritual ourselves, so we will have to eventually let him go. So I think the other way will be a more compassionate one. We don't want to just let him live a life of ruin, right?
How about this then? I think it is practical that we break this connection to the Undying One, and then we go from there. If nothing's changed, well, we can explain to you other matters. And I turn to everyone as I believe that would be fair.
That would be fair.
You mentioned
Agree.
this as a cost. This ritual has a cost.
Yes.
In what manner is it
well,
costly?
It needs 3 very important, unique, and rare things to be conducted. And those 3 things are things that are so rare that it will need a whole party as might and experience as you to get them. And then
Very
once
well.
we have those 3 things, then I will be able to start the ritual.
What do you need? Because I'm not really willing to give up on people at the minute.
There is 3. Severing a pact of this magnitude will take more than mere words and willpower.
Because I don't have a lot of that.
And you need... you see, as she starts to talk about these items, you see that she's actually expressing this kind of sense of all wounds and bitter memories, like she's actually lost into something herself of her own life experience. And she will say, the tear of an angel, the final spark of a storm, and the devil's true name. That's the 3 things. We
Okay,
will
so-
facilitate and help you with it. We have the places already chosen where you will... We know the places where you will have to get those things.
Wait a minute, do we already know the true name of one devil? What was one of his patrons?
I think this is more of an item, not just general knowledge.
I don't know.
Could just
Yeah,
be
I
Like it's an
mean,
item
name
that's
or
like
something.
called the true name of a devil. Or like,
No,
that
it's
is
it's itself a true name of a devil, but not just any devil. It has to be a powerful devil, like a pit fiend or higher.
Hmm.
This
And
one was
so-
powerful enough. This one was powerful enough to wrangle a black dragon and leash it.
Make
Oh, you're
a.
talking
I would
about
say.
Willaban and Celebi, aren't you?
Yeah, I
Mm,
can't
Yeah,
remember
but
which one's
also
which.
that's a real name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, big if. I just thought I'd ask.
yeah, no, it's a good shout.
So what was the other thing? The tear of an angel, the devil's true
Final spark of a storm.
Oh, storm. Yep.
yes, of a very specific storm, just not just any storm. She will look towards the Great Reader as well for a second and say, "We have everything ready for them, right?"
Well, I did send out word to the Crimson Snow. They are a pack of, a group of monster hunters, you would say, or hunters of aberration and stuff. Very secluded. Have you ever been to Daggerford?
Have we?
You've been very, very close to it.
I think you've been through it as well.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think you've been through it once. That's what. That
Sounds
was when you
familiar.
saw that mountain that wasn't there. That you kind of guys heard the chantings on the mountain and those things that you kind of passed it. You were actually passing by.
Okay,
Oh,
first off,
yeah.
we've also got to figure out how the hell do
that
we
was
make an
close
angel cry?
to Daggerheart. Yeah.
Ziggy, can you turn into an angel? We might be able to trick it.
Daggerford, sorry.
Trick it how?
Turn
Yeah,
into
I do.
Nazma. Quick, turn
What?
into Nazma. Wait, no, I have an idea. Turn into Nazma. Go, please.
I change into myself. However, I have developed little wings on my back and a halo. The
Wonderful.
halo is
And
kind of like, because of how the halo has to float though. Like there are just white, like Ziggy skin, like sort of poles that come out my head and then form a halo around me. So like I can't have a floating halo over my head, but I just have something
Right.
attached.
Okay,
It's
I
like
had
a
it.
crappy Halloween costume.
So, wonderful, and I poke Ziggy in the eye.
Just like protruding horns and then a halo above my head just pop out.
And I
Is this
poked you in
good
the eye.
enough?
I poked you in the eye.
Ah, fuck.
Quick, gather the tear.
I get a file, get it.
Oh.
So that's 1 out of 3. Okay, what's next?
We have Willaban.
Oh, well,
What's his
well,
name?
well,
It hurts.
well,
2 out of 3. This is so easy. Okay, third one. What was the third one?
Third one?
I love you guys. You guys are amazing. She will say.
I loved eyesight.
Bruce slaps you on the back. I'm sorry, but that was quite funny.
Why, did you say you've lost your eyesight?
Well, he did just poke his fucking hand through it.
Was that a blind joke? He looks towards Elena. I think he was making a blind joke.
No, he just poked my fucking eye out.
No, she's blind, Ziggy.
Wow.
How the fuck
Who
was I
did
supposed
that
to know
blind joke? She kind of looks around for a second.
Of
Bring
course,
your
he's
dog with
blind.
Bring your dog with you. How the hell am I supposed to know?
Right. Listen, shall we get the details in the morning, please?
Yeah, we're gonna-
need some
Well,
rest.
Here's the directions to where you need to go. They give you information about where they need to go. You need to go to Daggerford, and next to it there's that mountain that Cisco mentioned called Mount Illifern. And upon that mountain there is a keep called the Sanctuary, where the Crimson Snow reside. Pack of blood hunters who do blood magic. So. You will find Elena there. I have other business to matter, but she will be working with the blood hunters to create the rituals and the tether to the realms. From there, they have the facility there and the ingredients needed to summon portals to said realms and potentially get what you need for this. I wish you good luck, and please keep me updated. For now, I think you will find that we will be transporting the Ruin to the place as well. So, in the morning, you may find him there already.
All right.
How the...
So I'm guessing
do we
he's
sleep
gonna
after
be-
this?
All right. Oh.
I would suggest one thing. It's up to you, though. Before you go to sleep, perhaps you, as a group of collective, your friend is... well, Yagu has already gone to see him. Perhaps the rest of you would like to go see him as well. If you do, that is your own accord. But for now, Elena and I will step away and we'll convene in the morning. So have a good night.
I did have at least 2 questions for him.
Yeah, I'll go with you, Bruce, if you want to go talk to him. Also, thank you both for your time and your honesty and your willingness to help in this situation. You both have a good night.
Good night. Good night.
Before we go there, Bruce will turn to the other 3 and say, by the way, they used a zone of truth on themselves. We
Yep.
can trust them both.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. And, yeah, do drink this. I give you a flask of water.
Sure.
It's salt water.
Okay.
Why?
That's yeah. I tasted this before. It's not good. Why you give it to me?
I look at Flair. He's fine. Bruce? Do you remember how you just poked me in the eye?
Yes.
I don't think the real Bruce would do that. Pocket sand. I threw salt at him.
That.
Okay,
No,
he's not
that
a
was-
slick person either.
That was fair. Wait, what?
Harold?
What?
Which one do you want? The water or in your eye?
Fine, give me the water.
I throw it in his face. Not the water, the salt. Okay, he's not. He's also not a slug person.
Yeah,
Flair,
that's
weird
about-
goods.
All right.
Slug people. Right, wonderful.
No, we are many things, but good. We're not.
Okay, we're gonna have to agree to disagree. But we know that this is the actual Caravan of Chaos. This isn't.
Are you
these aren't
quite
duplicates.
well?
No.
Clearly
to
not.
sleep.
Yeah. Anyway, all right.
I'm going to go down to that to the cell with
Oh.
Harold.
I don't know him or you that well. It seems inappropriate, so I will wait outside. But I would like to discuss one more thing with you all before we turn in, if that is okay.
All right, sure. We'll make it a quick conversation, then we'll come here. All right.
So
Thank you.
Bruce and Harold to go down to the cell. Is Ziggy coming?
Ziggy, you
or-
want to come?
I'll come by. Yeah.
All right, so us 3 are going to see Ruin.
All right.
Walking.
Follow the steps down into the catacombs and eventually find yourself in this glorious, ancient, old library part of it. Smell of really musky and wet wood smell that kind of permeates the whole area. Follow the path, and eventually, well, let's find out what Ruin Synergy would be doing right now, who had been left alone in the cage for I'd say a good, I don't know, 45 minutes to an hour.
He cling to the ceiling, going.
You're like,
Ruin, can you hear me?
Sorry, yes, I was typing a joke at Ziggy.
Priorities.
I
He's
respect
still
that.
got like the manacles on, and he's just. I imagine he's just mind-numbingly banging them against the floor. But once he sees his friends walking up, he'll look at them and just say, "Did you finally convince them to let me out?"
Sort of.
We have a plan, and it's gonna help. Just
Help
gonna have
us.
to. It's gonna help.
How
just-
so? Is it gonna? Are they gonna give me the hand finally?
They're not giving a
No.
hand to any of us.
You still want the hand?
We need it to save Aki. Don't you remember? I told you all of this.
No, we don't, Ruin.
Huh.
Okay, we need to get you better, and that's
There's
what we're going
no
to do.
getting me better. I'm fine. I'm great. Listen, it's. He'll start banging against the floor again. Just tap.
Ruin, the way we get you out, we need to gather some things for a ritual that will break this pact that's been made between you and the Undying One. That will get you out.
Imagine the veins after he's hearing this start to get even darker and pop out more, and Ruin's eyes will start to flash. You don't need to fix me. I've already told you what we need to do. We need the arm, and then we can rush to save Aki.
We don't know where he is, Ruin.
And he can tell us!
And has he told you anything? Anything at all?
Yes, he's told me lots of things. He's told me that that arm was for me, that I could save Aki, that eventually we'll get rid of their Dragon Queen herself.
There's no proof of that.
So, you
But-
don't think it's odd that with how powerful he is and how much influence he clearly has and how much he clearly knows that he hasn't done it already?
Because he's missing the arm and his eye. He needs me more than I need him. We can help each other.
That sounds like a depreciating loss to me. If he needs you more than you need him, that sounds like he's not going to be able to provide you with much. That he's more you are. So
We're
But
trying
once
to
I
cut him
give
out.
him, once
We
I
don't
give him
need
what
him.
he needs,
We're gonna cut him out. Okay? This is a cancer that we're going to remove.
you can't do this. You can't. You can't. You can't. You can't. We won't get Aki back.
We will, but first we need to get you back.
I am right here behind these cells. As soon as you open them, I'll be back.
No. You,
no, you
are you
won't.
are you okay with what this being did to all those people in that village? The half undead, the sentient zombies. That you are. You're part
If-
undead yourself. It's not right.
They'll all understand once I save Aki that it was for a just reason.
No, they won't. They don't know Aki, you bloody fool. They won't care.
That's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna save him.
We are going to save him, Ruin, and not by doing whatever it is you're being. Are you being forced to do this? Did you go? There's the first of my two questions. You've answered one already. Did you go into this pact willingly? Did this being seek you out, or did you seek them out?
Start banging his shackles against the floor again.
I see. You've answered both my questions then. Thank you very much, Ruin. I suppose it's only right we get you out of this pact at the very least. Bruce will turn on his heels and walk out.
Mm.
He
We're
needs
gonna
me.
fix this. We're gonna fix this. Okay?
Ziggy. I need you. You can be useful to me right now if you just help me get out of here.
I can't get you out of it.
Ziggy.
We've got a plan.
Yes, you can.
How? How the fuck do you expect me to?
You have lots of power. I know you do.
And so do you. You haven't turned into a dragon yet. I assume you can't.
These manacles stop me from using any of my magic. All I've been able to do is use my breath, and it's not even enough to melt this metal.
It's for your own safety. We have a plan to save you, and then we can save Aki. Yeah?
What if Candlekeep's the enemy all along?
Ruin, you're sounding like me now. You should be worried.
They've already imprisoned one dragon. What if they want to imprison Aki and me next?
Not gonna
You
come
trust
to
them?
that.
Joke's on you, they already put Aki in a cell.
They already put him in the cell. Apparently, I was.
A voice.
they're already
I
done.
heard a voice, everyone. Don't worry about it.
They took him out already. It's fine. You're not gonna be in here forever. Okay? We're gonna fix you, and then we'll save Aki. We
Ziggy,
don't need
You're
a
really-
calcium deficient cunt with us. Okay?
As soon as we get what we need, I'll put him under my control.
That won't work. You
You
know
don't
that's
know.
true. I've looked up this hand. It will turn you dang nasty evil. It will corrupt you until you are nothing but its puppet.
But it will get us Aki back.
It really won't. It'll cause just more pain and destruction.
Can you at least come closer to the cell?
I think I'm close enough.
Ruin will just start hitting the floor even harder and start to ignore the others now.
So you'll just say last time we are going to fix this, and then I think he's just gonna have to walk away.
Alright, and you know, I for all our disagreements, watching you be a kobold, a fairy, and then whatever you were, that half dragon mess, to my understanding at least, seemed you really wanted freedom above all else. You're stronger, I don't deny that, but you're caged in more ways than this. I genuinely do feel sorry for you, and for what it's worth, we can't get you out of it. You can get out of it on your own once we're done with this ritual. I suggest you find what you used to be, which is free, rather than what you are right now. So, goodbye, Ruin. And then Errol's gonna walk away.
Ruin Synergy. You watch your friends, one by one, walk away, not knowing if you'd ever see them again, not knowing if you could ever trust them again. You slump, slowly continue smacking the shackles onto the ground, hoping that they would break. And the clinking of the noise echoes as the rest of you step up and out and back into the great library, where you see, waiting for you, Flair.
Right. That did not provide nearly as much of a productive experience, although I guess it highlights the urgency of needing to get this out of him.
If you require my assistance with this, I do offer it, but that is what I would like to talk to you about.
Sure.
Perhaps it was less clear due to the immediate threat we faced last time we met, but I was not aware that this group was quite so divided and discordant. Thought the improvising and disorganized thought was something of a choice. given the personalities involved, but I'm starting to see that you really don't have a plan. You want things, and I agree with the sentiment of some of them, but you have absolutely no idea how to do it all, do you? It might have been a mistake to come to Candlekeep with you all without talking to you first, but we're here now, so let's just get some stuff out in the open. If you don't mind, I'll tell you what cards I'm holding, so you can make an informed decision. No objections. You need to make a decision after actually talking this through for a change. I will go out to the rest of the facility and let you talk and make your decision after I've said what I think you need to hear. I'm the smart one. That's my strength. I will solve problems with you. I will lay plans that will keep you alive to achieve the things you want. These 3 labors included. I will lay plans that achieve what I want as well. And I will tell you when I'm doing this. I will fight with you and we will win, but I have obligations. To Master Ryfor, who I will find and save, and to avenge my fallen friends. I'm sure all 3 of you, 4 of you, have something similar before the 5 massive problems that Ziggy and I discussed landed on your plates. But as I have mentioned to Ruin, typically, I'm here to kill scales. This is not a byproduct of other missions, this is one in itself. I will kill any scale we meet, and I will kill people who help them. After they've provided us with the intel we need, of course. And this is not up for debate. I do not know how this fits with the party morality. But my priority is Master Ryfor, and as long as I believe we're making progress I can't make elsewhere or alone, I'll stay. I won't abandon you during combat, regardless. I'm intolerant of stupidity and impatience, and when practicality is not observed. I think there is great benefit to travelling with you, and there is great benefit to you all having me do so. But make this decision. I will be back. I will not accept one made right now. There are downsides for you to consider here. Take them seriously. You need to seriously consider who is part of this group. I will see you when the decision is made.
Alright, well,
Thank
thank
you
you
for
for your
giving us
input.
a lot to think about.
Good night. I'll see you in the morning, if you
Good
wish.
night, Flint.
Good night.
Right. Okay, so with these 3 items, we are going to need more help that we can get. And from what I remember, he is skilled in combat, a bit blunt, and a bit straightforward. We at least know what we're getting. Downside is that if we're going to have objections to plans, he's making it pretty clear so far that he's going to shoot down ideas that are a little bit too out there, even though sometimes unconventional solutions have worked for us. Could be a problem, could be an asset. The only other downside besides that, again, I get it, his need to kill scales, that's not a problem. It's if we need to possibly get information out of a scale. Well, no, I'm sure there's other ways to get around that, so I think despite the negatives, there's a net positive in keeping Flair here so far, unless you guys have anything else in mind.
I mean, we are down an ally, so I'd rather add one.
Yeah,
I think we
just
should
gonna-
keep him.
We're just
He
going to need to
seems
figure out
useful.
the whole planning thing. Whenever we make plans, I have a very big feeling that's going to be a schism that we're either going to have to be very agreeable or figure out a way where he's a little bit more agreeable.
Speaking of the plan, I think I may have an idea to get this Tear of an Angel.
Okay, so that's one thing. Bruce, you haven't said a word. Any thoughts?
I was waiting for Yagu to say what he said. I didn't quite catch what he said.
I think he said, Yagu, you said keep him, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Just to make it easier for you, all the information will be given to you in the morning of what to get each specific thing. So you don't need to spin your head of how to, they will be given to you, just to make it simple.
Yeah, don't
So-
worry, get that information.
It seems to me like the struggle here with Candle isn't so much finding these things, it's getting them, which, for all intents and purposes, we happen to be good at that, so that we should be able to do just fine. As far as after the ritual, that for as we get closer to this progress, as we get to these 3 items, hopefully our heads will be a little bit more clear. Maybe ruins will be a little bit more clear, although I'm doubtful of that. And then either some other solution will pop up altogether, or we'll have better ideas. But I'm in the thought process of I think we should keep Flair for the moment. He does seem to be more of an asset than a challenge.
Blair's
I mean-
goals align with ours, and I have no objection to him hurting the scales, killing
Yeah, I
them,
mean,
whatever he wants
I'm
to do with
sure
them.
he'll one day ask us to help him with some scales, and hopefully we can help repay the favour. Maybe we can offer him that.
I also think he's overstating our differences, honestly, as well as our plans. We all have different things we want to accomplish, and we're all assisting each other with trying to accomplish them. Myself, free Aki, save Nadalia. Those are the only 2 things that matter to me.
Yeah. Again, my plans are a little bit in the long term in terms of possibly either destroying or going to Thay, but again, that can be. I have lots of time, assuming I don't die at any point.
Rescuing your siblings, then.
That too. Actually, that would be on the higher end of the priority list than destroying the country. I don't know about leave it alone, but I'd be a lot less incentivized to destroy it if that is a possibility.
Ziggy?
I think we need the help, and
No, what do you want?
well, I mainly want all of you to not die. Annoyingly attached.
I'm glad we can
Okay.
agree on that, then. Yagu?
I want the Dragon Queen. I want her out of the picture for good.
I think these are all things we can agree on, then. I think Flair's overstating differences and problems.
Alright, well. Either way, from the outside, I could see how all these are very monumental challenges, and they are, so. But.
Sorry, Rod. If we want to prove him
Go
wrong,
for
we can all be the same shade of green.
Team
And
Green?
Honestly,
Shape change into the same shade of green as everybody else.
honestly, as
I'm
again,
3
as-
different shades of green.
I like this. I like this plan.
Full Team Green. And
Team
honestly, though, as stylish as you guys are, you guys aren't going to pull this hair.
Green does
Sorry.
not work well with purple. I should add that.
It really doesn't.
No,
Looks
because
at
currently
Aki.
his outfit is
Look
purple.
at Aki's
His
gaudy
shades is
purple
green.
coat that he is still
Anyway,
wearing.
So, again, it sounds to me like we're in an overall net agreement of keeping Flair here. In that
Yes.
case, we should all get some rest. I only need 4 hours, so it's not going to hit me as heavy
Has it-
compared to you guys, so.
You haven't mentioned a gluten allergy.
I'm going to bed.
I'm
Bruce
going
Lee.
to bed. Good night.
I'm gonna have to,
Yep.
if I'm cooking you all breakfast, I'm going to have to cook him breakfast.
The fuck's a gluten?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a long story. You know what, Ziggy? Just cook whatever you want. We'll deal with it in the morning. Good night, everybody. I'm gonna go meditate.
All right.
Okay.
As you all, one by one, go back to your living spaces in within Candlekeep, you all rest for the night, despite events that had happened today. Maybe not in your best or most restful nights, but you do complete a long rest. So please mark that.
Hooray!
And you get
Hooray!
back whatever
finally
you
done it.
have, or remove any exhaustions that you may
Fucking
potentially have. Blah 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 blah.
Just to roll my portent.
I tell you
Just,
what, I'm glad
just
we
a
don't.
little. Sorry, it's regarding you, but you go first.
I'm glad we don't use the rules as written for interrupted long rests because those rules are brutal.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean,
If you
I'm
allow
just
me more
gonna-
as well, in the
Mhm.
morning, Bruce, as you awaken, the first thing you see when you open your eyes is an image that you remember from the past. Is the actual, almost a semi-ethereal face of Vecna right in your face, like almost like if he was looking at you when you were asleep. And you see this ethereal image of him right there, looking at you.
I reach for my sword and swing at him. Just
As you kind of do that, you actually realize you are not really where you think you are, and it seems to be like you are in a different place. For a second, you see you're in a temple made of black obsidian, open space itself, the wild space, the stars, constellations, you see all that above you.
do I have my weapons?
You have whatever you have on you, but yourself, as you try to reach for things, you realize that also you are semi-translucent, almost like if you are in a dream.
Okay, I imagine sword was nearby. He draws it. Where the hell am I?
Oh, you are in a place that is ought to be the change of all world. The
Change.
beginning of my reign. The end of all your gods. Including the Dragon Queen that you so much desire. I have summoned you here, Bruce, for one last conversation before you walk away from me.
Save your energy then.
Hear what I have to say. Then you are free to choose your life, your path.
Speak then.
I have a way to kill the Dragon Queen. That's what you all want, to get rid of her forever. I can offer you that. Free of cost. We both want that. All of us want that. I want to end the war before it even begins.
That's actually been quite illuminating for me, what you just said. The fact that you think that's what I truly want. I don't care about the Dragon Queen. If her followers get in my way, then so be it. There's
You don't
only...
care about
No.
millions of people dying.
Oh, I'll care if that happens. But you're missing the point here. What I truly want is not her end. And he leans in closer. In fact, he walks right up to the face of
Mhm.
him. All I want is to free my brother and to save my ward. And the fact that you didn't know that about me, you've got nothing to offer me. Nothing whatsoever. Now, if you'd kindly fuck the hell off and send me home.
Shame. Alright. If that's what you want, that's what you will have. But the next time we'll see each other, all of you, including that wizard of face that travels with you, it will be a different story. And I will not forget what you are gonna be doing to my new son.
Join the queue then.
Remember my words. And then you kind of like slowly awaken and your eyes truly open. And with that, you actually remember everything from the Greater Restoration. Memory returns to you as is day 2 of 2 today.
Was it?
Yeah, I was checking the count just to make sure.
I miscounted then.
Yeah, it was
Shit.
the 1 of 1. It was the day that he was running, and now it's 2 of 2. So that's the end of it.
Oh, fucking hell. That's thrown me for a loop. Ah!
All right.
All
Back
the
to-
memories
yeah,
begin
back to Mo.
flooding into your mind as you sit there on your bed. All the things that you did not remember, that no one else knows but only you.
Did it? Those people.
And Errol is just gonna go to where Ziggy's at. Morning, Ziggy. Hold on, I'm gonna stand next to you real quick. And then Errol's gonna cast the free casting of good berries. Berry.
Before we continue.
Yes, actually, those will go really well with what I'm making, and you see
there's
he's
10 of them.
making a batter of something.
There's 10 of them, so just take however many you need.
As you
takes-
as you
Before we
continue
continue.
to do that, Bruce, sorry, carry on.
5:09. Should we go on a break?
Yeah, I'm happy. We
Sure,
should
yeah.
go
I'd
to a
love to
quick break.
continue, but I need to go for a pee.
Okay, well, that's the cue. All right, let's quickly
All right.
go to break
Yeah.
and come back
Bio
in.
break.
And,
Bio break, yes.
Andy's bladder controls a lot
Yeah.
of this game's development.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed.
I also I need time to deliberate in my head now because fuck.
No, just throw a bomb on you. Yeah.
I thought I had another day.
No.
I thought I had another day.
I know. I was
We'll
kind
be
of
back
like,
in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. See you in a bit.
Alright.
Hello and welcome back. All right, let's jump straight back in. It is morning. You've had a full rest. The two of you are making some pancakes. I don't know, Harold and Ziggy. And then Bruce, obviously, you're having this revelation of memories coming back to you, and we'll put it in that exact instance back to you guys.
All right, Flair, Bruce, there's food. I'm really good. You guys get down here.
You hear a door swing open and go slam against a wall. Bruce stomps through, and you've seen him angry before, but there's just pure unbridled rage on his face right now. He takes a quick look around, takes in the room, he sees the good berries, he grabs one, and he tears off outside.
Okay. There's Oh shit. Okay. Ziggy, hang on to those. I'm gonna throw it in his mouth while he's running for it.
Yep,
Shit.
yep.
All right. Yep. And then Errol's gonna try to keep pace with Bruce. Bruce.
I think you'll catch up to him as he gets outside, and then he flies.
God
and you
damn it,
see him
Bruce,
going in.
Errol's just gonna try to pull out a carpet. Fuck, and then throw it on the ground and then just get on it and try to fly up.
You see him going in the direction of the cells.
Bruce, at least eat a fucking pancake. God. Okay. It is too early in the morning for this.
You know, I'm just gonna leave him to it.
Now,
I'm not. There's too much running.
I don't know.
Flair will actually just come down, put his feet up on the table, while sitting in a chair and eat, and just assume that people will come back or let him know what's going on or something, because he's not had an answer, so he'll just wait.
Very chilled out. I respect
You will get it in a few seconds. No worries. And you will...
I'll speak to Flair and say we're good to keep you along. If you need us for anything, just let us know. If you need to kill some scales and need some help, we're happy to help you out. We just need your help with this thing right now, and we'll be in debt. You got that? That's a good berry pancake.
Does not sound good. But you're okay. Thank you for the answer, and thank you for actually taking the time to consider it.
We kind of need the help, man.
Bruce, I get that you're pissed about something, but jeez, what are you doing?
Is Bruce faster than the carpet?
I imagine so, yeah. I mean, wait, does it have like a specific flying speed? Yeah, what is your movement speed actually?
80 feet, I think, is the carpet, right?
I believe it was 60.
Or 60, yeah, you beat us.
Well, I can dash with it, and it has a flying speed of 60 feet, so I could go 120.
Oh, you're much faster than me then. I can dash for 80, so you'll end up catching up to him.
So,
probably.
Bruce, Bruce, take a second. And then he'll just try to like get the pancake out, and he's holding this like soggy like plate of just pancakes. At least take a bite.
But he grabs a handful, but he's not even looked at you. He's just beelining straight for the building where the vault, the cells are.
And you got your temporary hit points. All right, fine. Bruce, what's going on? Why are you so mad right now?
At that point, we land at the door that takes us to the cells.
He throws it rolling up the carpet. Fuck.
And he
I gotta get me boots.
And again, I suppose it helps him going down the stairs. He's actually walked down the stairs. He just sort of floats down them.
Okay, and then he's just trying to like slide along the side, I guess.
And he lands down where the cells are. You see, look around. I don't know if anyone else is there guarding the cells or not, but it won't matter. He'll stride up to Ruin's cell. If Ruin is not awake, he'll slam his hand on the bar just
okay
to wake up.
Bruce, whoa, Bruce, whoa. Okay. Firstly, good work on the cardio. Secondly, let's just take a minute here to get in some oxygen. Bruce, can you stop slamming on it?
He's still not looked at Harold at all.
Okay, Bruce, and then he'll just try to put his hand there where he's not slamming it. Bruce.
Wake up, Ruin!
Imagine Ruin's just sitting there, just kind of like mind-numbingly staring at the cell door.
Jeez, have they even fed you down here?
Is it time to go?
Oh.
How many people?
Bruce, what are you talking about?
Answer me, Ruin. How many people did you slaughter?
I had to save Aki.
Ruin, what did you do?
I did what he couldn't.
Couldn't is not the same thing as wouldn't, Ruin.
Errol. Not now. Ruin. Answer
If
the
you've come
fucking
to get
question.
me out of the cell, I'll answer your question.
No! As far as I'm concerned, you can rot in here for the rest of your unnatural, undead life. But we're not going to leave it at that. What we're going to do is this. We are going to break this pact with this being, whether you like it or not, and then you're going to rot. Or you escape, I don't care. I owe you that much at least. All those people you killed, you said you're doing it for Aki. Is that right?
Yeah.
Do you think Aki would want that? Do you truly think that?
Aki doesn't need to know. All he needs to do is be saved. He's probably hungry right now, don't you think?
You selfish, malicious, tiny little monster! You're not doing this for him, are you? You're doing it for yourself.
Do you really think I was doing it for myself? I would have left this group a long time ago.
Well, good, because that's what you'll be doing when we're done with you. Aki would never have accepted all those innocents killed for him. Never! And you know it! Your patron reached into my head and tore out those memories. You were going to teleport me away to Waterdeep, or wherever it was going to be. Because you knew it was wrong, you knew I wouldn't accept it.
We're gonna go
Oh
back
yes,
to
it all worked.
Slendia's
That,
chains on the floor.
that spell Ziggy did, it finally worked. It's also why you took my sword, isn't it? You kept on lying and lying and lying!
I didn't lie, I just wanted to make your sword.
You lied about everything to us! And you keep on saying, oh, you have to trust me, please, and then you lie again! Well, I've had enough! Little monster.
Can you hear that? He's saying the people are happier than they were. They'll get to live on forever, Bruce. They're not dead.
They're not alive.
They're gonna
Ruin.
live.
There's a big difference between living and existing. All things end. All things have to die. It's part of nature. What you've done there to them is completely unnatural.
Not in his world. No one will have to die.
The Undying One is a monster. I guess monsters are just attracting monsters, aren't they? I don't know which
Infectors-
one of those your previous patrons made that bet on you, but one of them was clearly right.
I'm gonna save Aki.
You're not saving anyone. Not at the cost you're doing. Aki would never have accepted it. And I know him
Bruce.
better than you ever did.
Bruce, you have to understand. Everything I didn't do it for selfish reasons.
You did it for yourself. Otherwise, you wouldn't have done this.
Sometimes people do horrible things for the people they care about.
And it still makes them a monster.
And that's what I'll be for Aki.
No,
If it means I could save him.
no, you're not, because Aki would never have accepted it. I'm doing it for him. Not for myself. I'm doing it for him. Which means I'm going to do it the way he would want it done.
We'll start banging the cuffs louder on the ground. If you've got nothing else to say, but call me names, you can leave.
No, I'm done. We'll break this pact you're in. I don't care if you want it done or not. And then we're through.
That's fine. I'll just make a new one. Tap. Tap.
At that point,
Tap.
Bruce turns around and you notice Errol, his eyes are glazed over. Like the last time you see him, that near out of control rage was pretty. So it was similar to when he ate that mushroom.
Mhm.
I'll explain everything back in our common room, Errol. You see his
Yeah.
hands are shaking.
As you guys are heading up the stairs, you'll hear Ruin just say shakily, "Don't worry, Aki. Once these cuffs are off, I'll get the arm and I'll come save you."
Then you hear in your mind, I have not abandoned you. I will always be here. They will break our bond, but I'm always there. You can always pray to me.
You promise we'll still save Aki, right?
Oh yes, I will save all the ones you love. No one will die anymore. In my world, there is only life.
Right.
Perfect.
As we're leaving. Well, okay. So it was ruined then, with everything, I'm guessing from that conversation.
I did a more of a sort of an accidental investigation on him,
Okay.
purely by chance, and a little bit of divine intervention. I'll explain everything to everybody else. Back in
Right,
our
well,
common room.
we're eating breakfast, so there's still a couple more bites of this left that you can have, at the very least.
Very much lost my appetite.
Fair.
When we
Okay.
get, when we get back to the common room, these are my memories that were removed by the Undying One when he reached into my brain and fiddled around. I deleted them all a while back and put them in a safe place just in case, and, well, I'm glad there was a just in case.
Mhm.
So, Bruce will explain, because it's difficult for me to sort of... These are all individual bits that he found out prior to us and then arriving at that village that was attacked. Going as far back as when he was on top of the inn and noticed, like, oh, Ruin's out flying. And the little bits that happened. When he arrives back at the common, he'll then explain everything that happened, because there's an awful lot to unpack there, so I'm not going to say out loud.
And I'll just say, right, that does change the context of the after breaking this pact situation. Shit. Although coincidentally, the timing was too good, so. Okay. Well, Flair, as an outsider who's not emotionally invested in this, what would seem to be the best solution here then for Bruin? Because I have my idea, Ziggy has his, Yagu has his, Bruce certainly has his. And it's a good thing that you're not quite as far in as we are with our relationship to him.
While it might provide some clarity, it is not necessarily a good thing, and you may not like the solution
Well,
that I would
asked.
choose. From what I hear, the best solution is to kill him. He's going to keep coming, he's going to keep doing what he's doing, and from what you said, this is not a safe space, and he's locked up somewhere from which he may escape. Do you want a foe in Ruin in the future? Because that seems to be the direction this is heading.
Sadly, I think I agree with you.
We've been able to take him down before. I'm sure we can do it again.
Okay, was that was without cost?
We're all still here. Just there were quite a lot of burns.
I would add one thing to that, Flair. You are correct. would be the logical and rational thing to do. However, I was taught to believe that when you've bled with someone, there's a connection there and you owe them something. A debt, I suppose. Although that's the best translation for it.
Also, make a history check if you, all of you who want. Sorry for interrupting, and that is important, very relevant to what you guys are discussing.
Fuck,
Well,
that was so
doing-
close to an at 20.
While they're doing that, Bruce will finish what he's saying to Flair. In honor of that blood shed with Ruin when we've rescued his life, when he's saved ours, and when we fought together, I think it would only be right by us that he gets to go. If we see him again there, then it doesn't matter. That would be my mercy to him, and that would be where it ends. And I know it is not the logical thing to do, but you've probably already known this, but I'm not necessarily a logical person.
I can help with
with
that.
your just quickly with your history checks. If you can roll it to Bruce, please.
Sure thing, boss.
No, boss. It's just help. You're the bosses here. We're just facilitating.
There are
Okay,
21 is great.
so let's say that everyone, you except you, Bruce, because you're too hyped. It kind
Of
of makes
course.
sense,
That
really.
makes perfect sense.
Realize that based on what the great reader told you, at the moment, Ruin is missing parts of his soul. So if you actually killed him, it's likely what is going to happen is that he's going to become complete, as Vegna will own his own whole soul potentially, and that wouldn't be good. But keep going.
So the alternative then, I mean, it was, if I were to my knowledge, a village of Tyr. It would be to find some paladins or clerics of Tyr and then let them figure this out with them. That would be the middle ground. Instead of us killing them.
Well, you know why I wouldn't kill him. It would be my
Let's-
final mercy to him.
Let's just focus on fixing him first, okay?
Right.
Then
Let's just
then
get
we'll
this
deal
ritual
with-
done, and then we'll
Yeah.
deal with the aftermath. Okay.
how the hell are we
so-
getting to Daggerfall?
Let's go
I'll
find him.
send you a message regarding that. I don't know if you want to use that or not.
That's fine. You while you're having your breakfast and discussing everything, there is a knock on the door and there's an Avo standing there. He looks at all of you, whoever comes and opens the door, and passes you a piece of paper and a teleportation circle scroll. We've given you coordinates to a teleportation circle in Daggerford.
I guess this is how it... nicely timed. You can leave now. I guess this
We're
is how
just
getting to
waiting all
Daggerfall.
this time for us to have this conversation about how we get there.
Well, I heard everything. No, I just came now, and okay, bye, and then just runs off.
Yeah, I'm gonna add that to our list of teleportation circles.
You know, the Avada here sometimes really do get rude sometimes.
All right. As you pack up your things, I don't know if there's any further discussion needs to be happening, but if not, with the note, you gather your things, you go to the teleportation circle outside Candlekeep. The person, whoever wants to use it, uses a scroll, and wham! You are teleported to Daggerford.
Wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
You are now in Daggerford, where in the distance you do see the mountain that you must traverse to get to the place. You ask around, saying where is this place called the Sanctuary, and people just point towards the mountain, kind of towards the distance.
We can just fly up there simply, right? Right?
Well, I can.
I mean, so can I. I have the carpet.
Well, there's only 4 of us, so we can all fit on the carpet, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, sure.
We've done it before.
Okay. So Bruce flies, the rest of you are on the carpet.
Yeah.
Is
sure.
he not changing it to something with wings?
No, it doesn't work like that.
Oh,
Oh, that's a shame.
we've
He gets vestigial wings. His bones aren't hollow enough.
yeah, no, we've made it clear that polymorph doesn't work on changelings, and I can't fly.
All right.
Actually, and I'll just send it. Hey, you know what'd be better? Yagu, do you want to drive? Then I can keep my bow in case we run into anything. Or Ziggy, one of you two.
Sure.
I have 5 options, and I open up my deck box and a load of cards start floating about. I can shoot these at people.
Okay, Yagu, you're driving.
Okay, and he just goes shit
And
like
you
like
just
it's a
grab
car.
pieces of it.
It's like,
Yeah, like grabbing the little things, like the little like end
The
of the
little,
carpet.
the little tassels and
Yeah.
the carpet. Yeah, sure. And you guys begin to ascend Mount Ilford. Go up. Nothing. It's a warm summer's day, and this mountain gets to a point where the climb would have been quite exhausting for a normal person. Very long time until you see like a basin or something huge in the distance, and it's just in flame. You think there's something, a house is on fire or something, and as you get to it, you see that it is a massive, almost like a basin, lit up like the Olympic torch in the mountain itself, almost like a guide towards something. And when you get closer to that, far in the distance, almost created in the rocks itself is a keep, where as you get close to it, there is a bridge that has been lifted up by chain. And you also notice a couple of other things. One thing is that you are flying, but there is another thing which is also docked to the side of this building itself, is a smaller airship, which is kind of docked there, and someone is actually just kind of she's leaning on the edge, kind of looking around, seeing the group of you coming on this carpet, kind of looks. And from this distance, you notice that she's wearing some sort of, I don't know, some sort of hat. She looks maybe young, but looks like she's seen an adventures and a lot. And she's definitely an air ganassi. You notice her with her wispy and wavy hair, and she kind of sees you coming along. Do you guys just go over the kind of gap, or do you cross the bridge? Well, I don't know. Do you just fly over, or do you wait for the bridge to come down, or whatever?
I mean,
Bruce doesn't wait.
I guess we'll follow Bruce's lead with that.
Okay.
I'll stay in my cell.
Okay. Immediately as you.
It's a good plan.
Good.
Solid plan.
Solid plan. You all end up landing outside this massive double doors to this keep, as you kind of descend and waiting for someone to kind of greet you, and they do. You see,
Hooray!
and you see coming out of the door where it opens, like a large door, just opens and a humanoid figure comes out. Your respectable great reader who has been supporting you with this, Elena Allenford, or I don't know what's her name. What is it? So Alea Avonmore steps out and she sees you there. You've arrived. Good. We
got some art for the keep, the one that we use on my campaign. I don't know if you want to show it.
Yeah, sure.
But we got it there.
Sure,
I
something
also
similar
got
to
the
that.
inside as well, so I don't know. If you
Okay,
want.
great.
Can put all pictures there too.
Yeah. Give them the visuals. Great, thanks.
So you just change to the map layer on the OBS. Yeah.
That is true as well. Aha! Now we see more. Okay. I don't see Yaku though. Let me just wait.
Oh, yeah, no, he's talking or something. His camera.
No.
Okay.
Like,
Oh, okay, yeah, you mean? Oh, yeah. We don't see him there. He's coming back in a sec, I'm sure.
aha! There we go. Okay, good.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. So As you step inside, you see that this place is littered with very simple stuff. There's nothing posted around like trophies or anything like that. The hallway is very simple. There is a thin rug that kind of guides a person on direction, and the keep itself kind of has a one long corridor with several other turnings inside. You don't see anyone around, and you kind of walk. And you immediately get this kind of smell. Well, you definitely, Bruce and whoever is close combat, the smell of metallic blood lingers in this whole place. It's got this kind of eerie feeling to it. And then you do notice that some occasions around the path that you're taking, there is this like a splatter of blood on the ground or here and there and stuff like that. But it's definitely a stranger place than you usually go to. Eventually, you're taken to a set of doors, which when open, you immediately see it turns into a large chamber. And within this chamber, you notice that there are several people right now. A few of them are kind of setting up in a circular fashion. They're all sitting around creating, putting ingredients together of some sort. They don't look like avodes at all. There's one person who's kind of standing and looking and overseeing the whole situation. And right next to that person, chained up, is Ruin Synergy. But he's unconscious. And he's not speaking or anything like that. Just here, in here, this is where we are going to send you, and also potentially do the ritual once you have all the items that you gather up. I did forget the name of the devil when you do receive it. As strange as this sounds, devils have power, more understanding of potentially darker magic that is going to be performed here, and that is why we've asked the Crimson Snow here. They are blood hunters who use hemocraft to create magic, and this magic is not as we all know it. It's much more. Let's just say the word bonding. You could say it's much more potent, in a way. Let me introduce you. She takes you kind of forward. Slumped to the side is the body of Ruin. This is Master Shadar. Nope, this is Master. Wait, that's not his name. What was
Did you
his name?
say Master his race?
Yeah, I know, right? I don't have his name.
That's like being named like
he's
oh gosh.
he's got no name. His name is the Master. That's why.
Oh,
that's what the answer you gave me.
That's what I gave
Yeah.
you. Yes, this is the Master.
Yeah,
like
that's his
it.
name.
Yep,
It's
yeah,
like
like the
the-
Enchanter,
Like
the
a
Master.
champ,
Yeah.
Oh my
Super
god.
clear.
That's the name I gave him. Well, who knows?
It's his brother.
The Master. You do see a Shadow Kai standing there. He equipped on his back is some like a very kind of, like a witch hunter kind of blade on the back, long sword that's kind of struck to the back. He stands kind of looking over. And then you do notice the other people around you. Immediately notice two twins, tiefling, who are on opposite sides, currently doing some sort of ritual as well. And you see one of them kind of slice their hands and drip blood into a vial. You see another one who is an Asima, who is kind of just behind you are. He's currently also fixing, and then you see a very strange human man, very thin, gaunt, tall, maybe around 6.5 feet tall, and he wears kind of almost like a Van Helsing kind of ish outfit. And he has these kind of shades or glasses that kind of just stick to the nose. But you don't see his eyes because the glasses itself are almost like mirrors, so you only see like clear reflection of yourself. And he is in the middle of also doing some ritual. But as you approach the master, they look at the party come in. And they say, so, you are here to rescue your friends. Oh, your friend?
We're here to break a pact using a ritual.
Alright. I must warn you that Himmercraft is a very delicate and dangerous thing that couldn't potentially corrupt an individual. We as blood hunters try to master it, control it. I think what you're attempting, as I've told Leia, that is going to be pretty foolish, but if it must be done, then it must be done. You should be thankful. The cost is high, but Candlekeep have decided to cover the cost for our utilization.
Very well. Thank you very much for your time and for your expertise.
Is anyone from Candlekeep in this room now as well, or is it just us?
Just one person who's there.
Yep.
What
the great
did Candlekeep tell you exactly?
They told us that you have a certain ritual that needs to be completed. They asked for us to give you the resources to acquire them, and then to complete the ritual that is needed for this separation. This room that you stand in is fortified, secured to hold rituals that can be quite chaotic. It will bind it to this place. So if something does go wrong, let's just say we have an incineration button to make sure that it stays here. We do not need to know too much of the details unless you're willing to give us the details.
I think the less you know, the better.
Well, I think it's only fair if they know the full picture. But they know what they're dealing with.
Okay. Does it help if you know the god that we're trying to break this person from?
I mean, it would not make the difference. We do what we have been asked to do. It's not going to deter us from doing the job.
Okay.
Then maybe it's indeed better you don't know everything.
Yeah.
All right. If any problems do occur from this, we will do what we do our best as blood hunters and destroy the aberration or the problem, if we can, or contain it somehow. Anyway, I believe the teleport circles are ready. Dr. Doofenshmirtz. You see the tall man kind of stand up and kind of turn towards you. Yeah, yes, they are very ready. 2 of the rituals are ready here. The other one will require the skyship. And then you hear Alea say, yes, we've wanted to make sure that this goes successful, so we managed to get a skyship which will allow you to traverse the elemental planes of air, where is one of the places that you would potentially need to go and acquire the shard of the storm. Is that right? The final spark of the storm. Also, having adventure, I know it is very important to make sure that we stay strong, and I see that you're lacking a physician, a doctor, a healer of some sort. So,
Fuck you.
Right here. Like, come on. That's...
I mean,
Wow, okay, you know what? You guys fix this by your own.
you
Come
know,
on, Ziggy, let's go do something else on our own.
Yagu wasn't even us. Anyway.
Anyway, I thought you would need a helping hand, so I asked around, and he was happy to help. You can come through, and then opening the door. Well, I'll let Lucky to tell us who we see. Stepping through, out. Lucky, why don't you describe who we see?
When you see him running in, he's bent over with both his arms down, trying to chase after a four-legged weasel. The weasel's going to run up. I imagine it goes up Ziggy's legs and up to his shoulder, but you'll see a man with a big, wide-brimmed black hat. It's almost similar to, I guess, like what you could say, like a top hat with a feather on top. He's got a nice leather jacket with a shoulder cape on, and it's kind of torn to shreds from wear. But he's got silver glossed over gray eyes, and long messy blonde hair that's hanging around his face. But he is trying to chase after his weasel that has gone up Ziggy's leg.
First of all, Ziggy takes off his hat that is the exact same, and is like, well, two of us can't wear this. Puts his away, and then also gets Turlo to grab said weasel. His owl just kind of, yeah.
Be careful, please. Be careful. Don't hurt him. Sorry about that.
I turned to Ziggy. I'm keeping my shoulder cape on.
We can't have two people wearing the same hat. Still think it's a thing.
The Caravan of Chaos. Let me introduce you to Dimitri Lamelet. Right. Dimitri Lamelet. He will be accompanying you through this. He knows the dangers, he's been told. He seems pretty up for it. So I'll let you all get acquainted. How long do we need, Doctor, for final preparations? But perhaps 10 minutes. We'll be ready to go, huh? All right.
You said silver eyes, glazed over silver eyes.
I know. I posted the correct picture in the Discord.
Okay. Is it like what happens when Bruce casts magic?
Not in a sense. This is more natural.
Right. It just is. I was checking to see, like, is he a devotee of Saloon or something? That was what I was trying to go over.
No, his is more like he was. Like, yours turns with magic, his is always just kind of glazed over.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have any symbols on you or anything like that the party can see or anything like that?
I would like to think that there is a amulet that's kind of just sloppily hung over on a chain. And on the amulet, it would be... I'll look up what it looks like, because I always forget. You would see a crest shield with a platinum scales on it, in the shape of a dragon. Because of course, why
I think
not?
no one really needs to make a religion check on that. You all know what that
The
is.
symbol of Tiamat.
Kill him!
I don't
He
know.
got
I don't know how Flair feels about that. seeing some, scaled religious amulet on him. Maybe he's hesitant at first, but I'll leave you to.
No, it's
decide.
just scales are just a word they hide behind. It's not what they are.
Fucking hell, one of us has an intelligence score.
All right.
It's nice to meet all of you.
Right. Dimitri. Okay. My name is Harold. This is Bruce.
Bruce, nice to meet you.
This is Ziggy, a friend of ours, and this is Yagu.
Yagu.
And lastly, this is Flair.
Nice to meet you, Flair. Yagu, first name Ya, last name Gu?
I don't know.
Okay, Ya.
We tend to say the full thing normally when we speak to him.
Like before I met all of these guys, I didn't even know there were two different type of names. So.
Okay. Okay. Nice to meet you.
Right. And
If we
Harold
carry
would
on
know,
there-
but I was just gonna ask the name of the group is the Crimson Sons, was it?
No,
That we were
Yeah.
that are doing the ritual.
Vincent's no.
Crimson Snow.
Snow,
Yeah.
Crimson Snow.
Snow,
Crimson
snow,
No,
snow,
no,
not
no,
snow,
I'll
snow.
be okay.
Crimson Snow.
So Crimson Snow here.
Do you want me to write
tells
that
us-
down for you? Here, and you'll hurriedly spell something out. Here you go.
Thank you very much. So, and sorry, Andy, what were you gonna say? I cut you off rudely.
Bruce will walk up to Dimitri. He'll sort of hold the amulet. He won't take it off him, just sort of examine it. He's not yanking him towards us. He's been, apart from walking up and just handling his.
That's how it
amulet.
looks like. You can see it on the.
Yeah, he just sort of looks at it. He just recognizing it. He puts it back and goes, "Oh, I knew a follower of Bahamut. He was very brave. Good man. I hope you come to a better end than him."
Thank you, I think.
Right. So clearly we're going to take some getting used to, as I'm sure you're going to take some getting used to. So before we depart, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? What exactly do you know about the mission, and what are you hoping to add to our
This
entourage?
moment, like you're telling, like
Yeah.
like in the Dungeons and Dragons movie, that he wants you to tell your backstory, like a music that starts
if-
playing on the background.
If you're not willing to trust us just yet, have a pancake.
Oh, yeah. We did make pancakes. There is some leftovers. You can help yourself to that. It's magical.
If it's sure, and he'll take the
Mhm.
pancake, and take one bite. The name's Dimitri.
5, 10 hit points. Lucky.
Thank you. Need some syrup.
That's fair.
My name's Dimitri. I'm a healer. I'm skilled in herbs and potions. I'm not much other than that to say, really. Sorry, I'm a little nervous, and you could see his hands are clearly shaking. But I will be very much of use to you all. I can provide a lot more support than you think.
All right. In that case, good enough to know. Any other questions from you guys for him? That was really mainly what I wanted to address. I think as far as morality, as far as killing, as far as like loot, we're just gonna have to address that as we go.
No, I'm good. What's happening first? Are we making an angel cry, killing a demon, or
Going to a
storm
storm.
hunting?
Well, Alea even more says, "Well, that is a decision that you want to make. You can go in either one of them at first, so the choice is yours."
I mean,
Right. Okay. I personally think we should try this angel tier thing firstly, just because it might be the most divine, if it is going by the name.
Sounds like the easiest one, so I
I
agree.
mean, we've pissed off deities before. I'm sure we can make them weep.
I kind of want to go and find a devil and beat them up until they tell us their name.
Okay, we got one for devil. We
What's
got
your name? Psh! What's your name? Psh! Tell us your
And then
name.
Claire.
Psh!
Any thoughts? Which one first?
We need to do all three. I have no opinion.
No opinion. Ziggy's for Angel. Yagu's for Angel. Dimitri, any thoughts?
I think doing the hardest one, getting it out of the way, would be easiest. So maybe the demon. The
Okay,
devil.
so there's Devil. So we're basically... Okay, so we'll go after Angel first, and then the Devil, and then we'll go after Storm last.
Alphabetical. Yay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so where do we go to first for this Angel tier?
Well, I think you have to remain here. We'll open a portal into the celestial planes. Where are they going in the celestial plane? They will be going to the Golden Hills. That is where we will guide them. You will need to seek out a particular angel itself. There is a known diva that is resides in the Golden Fields. If you find him, speak to him, and potentially he will give you what you seek. That is all I know. All the information. Probably don't expect any hostility, but please be respectful for the celestial realm. They have laws that they abide to. You must abide to them as well. They are just, and would be considered just in this world too. So, do not do anything reckless. Are you ready?
Yes.
Good. He opens this massive golden gate in the middle of the chamber itself, and in there you see a beauty that is unfathomable to you. The presence of it you felt before. You were so close to this kind of divinity when you were at the auction, most of you. And this time, you're about to step into that world, a place where angels and divas and other celestial beings come from. In front of you are golden fields that you can see, just rolling fields of beauty and serenity. And you can feel the warmth guiding you in. And one by one, if no one objects, you step through.
Let's go.
Before the gate closes behind you, he says, "This will remain open. Should be safe to do so. When you are done, please return back here. Good luck." He nods, and you are sent into the celestial plane. Give me 1 second. I might have some music for that.
As we're walking in, could Spark the Weasel, could he can I manage to get it to run up Flare and hide inside his jacket?
I mean, that's up to Flair. Do you want to do it? Him doing it stealthily, like he's not going to be aware of it, or?
No, I would just like if it just ran up. If he notices, he notices. That's fine.
Oh, Flair, what do you do?
Flair being kind of descendant of Were-Tiger, I don't know how a weasel would feel about that, but I think he would definitely smell him.
It is
Stay the fuck away.
It's not a normal weasel. I'll say that much.
Right. But he'll, he's, I suppose he's relatively fond of animals as much as he is humans. They've never done anything wrong. So, sure.
Perfect.
Dimitri, was it? You don't. This is normal behavior.
I'm working on him.
Okay.
Very
looking
nice.
at looking
Have you
at
tried
the weasel.
asking him why he does that?
It's to help.
Looking at the weasel, have I got any way of determining if he says it's to help? What would that be? Is this in fact a weasel?
Well,
or is this
you know what?
a super
It
creepy
is-
person pretending to be a weasel? Or
I will say it is a familiar.
Okay.
So okay.
Uh, you may not like it when I change, but I'm okay with it.
Okay. Uh, just you could count on us. I promise you. Me and Spark, we've been on many adventures. He won't take. He won't steal. You don't have food on you, do you?
No, never.
Okay, that's fine.
Speaking of Dimitri, Barry.
I'm good, thank you.
All right.
You feel stepping through the gold, feel the, brushing your hands against the golden fields that stretch as far as I can see. The river that you can see looks like liquid silver winding gently through the landscape. The air is warm and fragrant, just the perfect temperature, just the perfect warmth, filled with a soothing melody that seems to emanate from the world itself. Welcome to the celestial plane. The path ahead of you leads to a radiant crystal bridge spanning a vast silver lake. And on the other side, you see a figure standing tall, towering all of you. They are at a distance, and it almost feels like they are expecting you. They wear a gleaming armor with celestial lights and wings that stretch wide, feathers shimmering like polished gold. Their face seems kind, but inscrutable, and a voice that resonates with divine authority echoes out towards you, as if beckoning you. Welcome. You are so far away, but you hear this so clearly. Come, join me, they say.
All right.
We'll need to wait a minute. We're quite far away.
Yep. Making our way down.
Just quickly as well, one quick question. Who is good aligned on the party?
Lawful neutral, so
Chaotic good?
Sure,
Lawful
that's
good.
good. Lawful
I'm on
good,
the
that's
good side.
sure.
Consider myself good.
So anyone who is in the good sign while they remained on Mount Celestia, they get a blessing gift. So you can actually have like a boon blessing. You can use it once you're there, while you're there,
Ooh.
if you are a good alignment.
Amazing. Can you just drop the details for that for them?
Yeah,
so that they...
I'll do that.
Perfect. As you walk towards them, it almost feels like the land underneath you rolls underneath you, almost guiding you there. It feels effortless. Eventually, you cross the bridge and you get to the other side. In front of you, everyone can make a religion check.
Let's do it.
I believe this is my first good religion roll I've ever rolled.
Oh, it's pretty good.
I mean, it makes sense. You're in the right place for it.
Oh,
Man,
yeah,
look
that
at all
checks
those
out.
double digits.
Yeah, that
Okay.
checks out.
Well, I think everyone, apart
Hey,
from
Lucky.
Errol, in front of you, you recognize that this is a diva, a celestial angel, a being of great magnitude, probably one of the highest ranked celestial beings in this plane of existence. They see you. Their face very plain, and their eyes, there's no iris or anything. It's just this golden color, plain golden eyes as they look and face towards you. Hello, I am Thaladris, keeper of sorrow's grace. What brings you here, to this divine place?
Right. Hello, Theladris. We are the Caravan of Chaos, and we're hoping to acquire the Tear of an Angel. Take in a ritual to save our friend.
That is an honest goal, and yes, a tear of an angel is pure and powerful. But it cannot just be given willingly. There is more to it. It's more than just water. It is a fragment of pure emotion, a reflection of divine sorrow and love that binds the cosmos together. Only those who truly understand the depth of that feeling can earn the right to claim it. I tell you, why don't each of you share a tale with me? A story that moves me. It does not need to be a tale of tragedy, but one of true depth. One that shows me an understanding of compassion, loss, or hope. Should your words stir my heart, the tear shall be yours.
Just a question: is it one story per person, or can we tell multiple?
You tell
What
me
if we
as
have a
ma-
group story?
This
if
is
it's
gonna be
one story, if it's many stories. But
Right.
it must be one with pureness.
I can
You-
start.
I was gonna say, you look like a sad fellow.
Well, it doesn't have to necessarily be sad. It just has to be compassionate or hopeful or loving. So anything that's an extreme positive emotion, to my understanding, may suffice. If I have that right, Mr. Van... I'm sorry, I'm terrible with names.
The
Dimitri.
name is Saladris.
Thaladris or Saladris?
Salad dress.
La
Like S.
la.
Tha, like TH. Okay, Thaladris. Yeah, that was the player Joey, not so much Errol.
Yeah.
Thaladris.
Yeah, put
Oh,
it
there
that
is.
way.
Yeah.
There it is. Yeah. Well, Ziggy,
But
any thoughts?
I would like each of you to share a tale if that's okay with you. And she looks towards Yagu. Oh, sorry, they look towards Yagu.
What
Why-
I have learned throughout my story so far,
Mm-hmm.
just let me tell the story about Ruin, I guess. And why we are doing this for him. He was once very powerful, a powerful creature. He just could see whatever he want because, well, nothing could stop him. Which in his mind seemed to be the right thing to do. Because he didn't know any better. Until two other patrons that we knew of changed him into something else. He became weaker and had to understand, how to survive with others because, well, he couldn't take anymore what he wanted because he was too small for that. So he came to search to us, We had a vision in mind and, well, is sort of aligned with us, but not completely. But the most important thing for him is that we were powerful enough to keep him alive, to become more powerful himself.
Mm-hmm.
He found the power that we granted him more important than us in the end. So what I've learned is that anyone who searches for power cannot be trusted.
You see her eyes, their eyes kind of glaze over and then get closer to you and just says, "Then tell me, how did that make you feel?"
Just the very slightest faint of hypocrisy, since I'm now asking for you to trust me, to not misuse of this item.
Oh, I do trust you. I do trust you. But it's not trust that I want to know. I want to know what you truly feel of this ruin. How does it make you feel?
Just empty. Not sure if I could do anything else to change him. I don't think I can change him. Only he can change himself, but I'm not sure if he's capable of doing that, so this is his last chance. So that's what I'm asking for you.
Do you understand what he's going through? Have you been in his position before?
Not directly, but I think I understand what you mean.
Let me ask you one final question then. Would you give up your life for his?
As of now, no.
Thank you for sharing. She kind of steps back. Sorry, they step back and looks towards someone else.
Oh,
Anyone else willing to share?
I guess I can share. I can go next. Going on the same vein, this place has a feeling to it that it does to me. I certainly don't belong here. As you can see it, I have killed a lot of people. A lot. Some that had it coming and some that didn't. I lost my family a century and a half ago. They were murdered. I have killed a lot of the people that have killed them. And during that process, I just was focused on pure anger, hate, and most of all, pain. It fueled me in so many ways. And during that time, I never once really thought about the consequences of that. I bring this up because months ago, or at least it feels like months ago, our friend, as described Ruin, gave his life, and he died because of his avarice towards the Dragon Queen. Me and others of this group undertook a journey to recover scrolls that could bring him back. During that process, my life was taken by a devil. I still recall how it felt as he impaled me. And it's strange. I was always taught by my father about what happens to us elves when we die. About how we're being awaited at the Great Tree and that we somehow come back. That didn't happen for me. During that period when I died, I saw a literal abyss, a wall. Many of the faces are people who I've put there. And I was drawn towards it. I still remember how cold it was. And then I was brought back thanks to Ziggy, who I owe on more than one occasion. And the moment that my lungs drew breath in this world, that cold went away, and that pain, it's turning into a dullness. And I think as I see the faces there, as I saw them, I have to change. I have to do something else because I don't want to ever go back there again. It's the fact that I could change this, why ultimately, as logical as it is to just kill Ruin and be done with everything, I don't want to kill him, because by that extent, I'm as guilty of killing as many people or more as he has, and I deserve to die, depending on who you ask.
They approach you, and they look at you, and then they see your bow, and their hands kind of caress it. So this is the weapon that has taken the lives of so many. The thing that you mentioned fueled you.
Yep.
What fuels you now?
If I'm being honest with you, it's a mix of fear and genuinely wanting to see my family again. There's this gnawing pain that probably will never go away. But after being told that my brother and sister may possibly be alive, I'd burn this bow right now. If I got to them again, I would instantly get rid of it all.
Then tell me this. She takes the bow. Do you give it to her?
Yeah, sure.
She holds it in her hand. Would you sacrifice this bow for Ruin?
I gave my life to get the scroll to bring him back into this world. The
What about
tools
now?
I'm sorry. The tools that we have, they aren't as important as getting to try again. I'll just, if I have to, use knives or get another one. So, as much as I hate to say it, I'd rather that he get to live.
Then let me ask you one final question. Would you continue to take lives for Ruin?
Not for Ruin, but for a different purpose.
Thank you for your honesty. She gives the bow back to you.
Alright.
And for that moment, you feel, on the words that you sense, that there's a moment that you just had this doubt that she was about to break the bow in front of you. Or they were about to break the bow in front of you. But they returned it back to you. She looks to the rest of you. And before anyone else continues to speak their story, I think we'll leave it here and come back next week. I know, and come back next week.
Sorry, guys. I took a lot of time.
No, that's important. It's important everyone's getting the chance to kind of open up, and kind of share this honesty and this feeling. But everyone else will definitely get a chance to do that next week. So thank you everyone for playing. We will come back next week. Thanks for all the people that are helping with the arts and music and everything as well. And if we don't find you here, well, there's tomorrow with the Eye of Observation and the. I was going to say the Scales on Sunday. No, it's not
Art
called
of
the
War.
Scales. It's called House of War on Sunday, where Cisco is also DMing and Mark's DMing tomorrow. For this campaign, we'll see you next Tuesday. So until then, have a great week. Stay magical, and see you then. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.